You breathe. Hi.
Like there's a lot of
Pull. Pull.
over there.
Pull. Pull.
You guys are pulling it open. You did it.
Well done.
The sunset 13, we're taking you to Spin Creek.
Good morning and welcome from Spring Creek. Sunset number 13.
It looks like it's Fly Creek.
Few flies. I don't know why I call it Spring Creek because it's definitely not been spring yet, even though it was about 35 yesterday, because the creek is bone dry. But in any case, what a mint spot.
It is, and we arrived here and there were like a few drops of rain falling, and I'm like, yay, we're gonna get our first rain on the trip. And yes, as quick as it started dripping, it went away again. So needless to say,
that was brilliant because there's a lot of dead leaves around and you could hear every drop like on the little leaves. That was quite special.
it was lovely. We woke up early morning to go to Gakey Gorge. Now Gakey Gorge, because we slept at Fitzroy Crossing the night before, Gakey Gorge is one of the most spectacular views to see here in the Kimberleys. You can go out on a boat like we did. If you have your own boat, you can do that. But we chartered a person to take us out for the little family. Is this the Fitzroy River? A side stream or the main? So in your experience, is this one of the lowest it's been?
We don't worry about that.
Oh, okay.
What is?
Oh, wait. It's facing on.
Can you see it, Papa?
I can't see
Everest,
its eyes,
can you
but
see
I
it?
can see its mouth, I can see its tail.
Where is it?
Its arms.
Show me.
It's on the I can see its tail.
Can you see the tail? Show Mummy where it is.
Is it
You
under
can go
rock?
over and pat him if you want.
You're going to swim over and say, hi, crocodile.
No.
Not.
That's a very bright idea.
Then do something. First
One, that the crocodile jump in the water and go away anyhow. Right, these rocks are said to be roughly 360 million years old by organisms similar to corals and macrolites,
Wow.
stretching to the east about 85 kilometres from Pacific to go over the way through all through the Panama. And through here some of the creatures in the gorge over here right down the ground out there back again to the
We're going up.
Out in the ocean, down on the ground, out in the ocean, back to roughly 1,300 kilometres long by 20 kilometres wide by about 2 kilometres deep. A substantial Devonian reef. Now, about 250 million years ago, the tide went out, leaving the reef system expanded. The top corals have eroded away, leaving the harder in the core. You can see here now, the white and the pink are the rocks, the pink spots the oxides in the water when the reef was being.
Wow. How beautiful was that?
Yeah, that was quite special.
Those rock formations that you get right on the side of the river, it's just something out of another world. We travelled about an hour and a half upstream, I'd say, and then came back downstream, which obviously took much quicker, which was about half an hour. and saw 6 crocodiles. Now I was
Yes.
expecting to see crocodiles, and then we saw, I can't even fit it into the screen, about 1.5 meters max.
Small ones.
Small ones. And the guy wasn't very impressed with me when I pointed out, oh look, there's a small croc, and he's like,
There's a baby one. That's a small.
he's like, oh, it will be much older than you. So what would you say, what's the age of that crocodile?
He'll be plenty older than you. A lot older than you.
Really? Wow. Cool, okay. So clearly the crocodiles in this area are a smaller species.
Yeah, I think the freshwater croc here is a small one, whereas from South Africa, the freshwater croc's like the Nile crocodile, which grows up to, I don't know, 5-6 meters.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different to what we were used to.
Nonetheless, it's a crocodile, and they were gorgeous. They were just hanging around, obviously waiting for a meal, not really being fussed about us cruising by. The kids saw the crocodiles, which were great, and the water was crystal clear. It's really beautiful, and the serenity, sounds, just the peacefulness of it all. It was a really special morning. So we did that from 8 o'clock. We started at 8 and then finished at around 10 o'clock. And then we hit the road again. What a surprise! Everest, can you show me how big the crocodiles were?
The crocodile was here, but I think they were there, and there's the tail, and there was 2.
There were 2. It was a good trip. I really enjoyed that.
It was a good trip.
Those mountains, or what the side, the gorge cliffs, I guess.
Yeah.
The cliffs were really spectacular. 350 million years old or something, I think. They said from the Devonian times. Yeah, it's been really good. Time to hit the road again. Come on, boys. Hey, Capri. Did you have a good time? Yes. You had such a lovely time. You were sleeping all the time.
No telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights. Won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, Let's figure out where the road goes.
It is 9:34 in the morning. We've just come back from our boat trip to the car, and the car shows us it's 33.5 degrees already.
Holding my head high.
First things first,
Even if the sky is falling
aircon.
down.
So we went past Hall Creek. We only stopped to fill up and then head on past.
Interesting school bus ahead of us. It looks almost like a bus that's going to go on a 4-wheel drive trip.
Sometimes we're crashing down.
Quite interesting landscape. It's almost like it's a mini flat gorge. It's quite green in areas considering it's supposed to be sort of the end of the dry season. There's some colour.
What are you doing, buddy?
I'm sitting here where obviously driving. That's right. But everyone, I'm the only one who's still awake. My brothers and sisters are sleeping.
And found this little nice spot right next to the road. But it's fairly quiet. I didn't hear too much road noise, even though it's like
Yeah.
really close to the road.
But the road's been much more quiet since we turned from going north to now driving east, and especially after having passed Broome, it's almost like we're the only people on the road. And now clearly we're not, because as you can see behind us there's a caravan and obviously another couple of people here. It's a free spot. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's also another what's that? A Land Cruiser car with a
A
young
troopy.
couple.
Yeah, Land Cruiser troopy.
Young couple, assuming backpackers, and we're all here in the same spot, but it's just much more quiet on the road. We have just arrived at Spring Creek rest area, and there are a few drops falling on my head as I go out of the motorhome. Look at this beautiful color of the sky with the trees in the background. Absolutely gorgeous. How beautiful is this? And that's a dry riverbed, which otherwise would not be dry. And we meet our neighbors again, whom we've seen for a couple of campsites, a couple of nights before too. I think it's the third night we're spending together.
Yes. And what a lovely couple behind us. We
Yeah.
met up with them last night for a few drinks, and coincidentally, they were our neighbours at Fitzroy Crossing.
Yeah, it was funny when they turned
Parked
in
up
here
right next to us.
last night. Carla's like, "Hey, look, here's the same people again." There's like how many ever spots that you can choose to be for the night, and I mean, the road is a long road. We drove like 400 kilometers yesterday, I think.
Yeah, and the funny part, yeah, true.
It's about 400 kilometers.
So what's the odds?
Exactly, what's the odds? They could be anywhere. They could go anywhere. We didn't meet them last night, but we noticed obviously the
And the
people
funny
what
part
the car
is, I actually recognised their car yesterday when we pulled into Fitzroy Crossing. Said, I know that car. I saw that one in the Broome Caravan Park. So they're obviously clearly in the same caravan park there too.
So we decided that's it. We're going to invite them over, and what a lovely couple. John and Denise, I believe, have been travelling around Australia on and off. It's not
extensively over many years. Yes.
Yeah, it's not their permanent gig, so they do it from time to time. But they know Australia almost like the palm of their hands. Like you can just mention a spot and they're like, oh yeah, we were there 5 years ago and 8 years ago, and then this time we decided to skip it. We took the one over across the road instead, or whatever. It's just so they were a wealth of information. They gave us such good tips on what we can do going forward from here to Brisbane, pretty much, because they're from Brisbane, so they're heading back to Brisbane. And I think we'll be seeing a bit more of them on our travels.
I'm gonna try and lick my mama.
Oh, wow, that was pretty close, buddy. That was pretty close.
I can get it.
Once you've had your birthday, maybe when you're 7, you'll be able to pick mummy up.
Maybe. Yeah, I think.
Show us how
But
you
we had
ride
a
the
good
bike,
time here. Bordeaux was on his bike as usual, charging down a little hill here. I think faster than he thought he was going. But in any case, that was good. You had a walk with him through the creek a little bit.
That's right, yeah, the dry riverbed. It's still a riverbed. It's beautiful to me. I would have appreciated the water in there, but hey, come next season there will be lots and lots of rivers for us to come and see with water in them instead. But this time we just spent the time. Maybe it's not that bad, because having young kids and lots of water around, you need to be a bit more cautious all the time, or weary about their goings and comings. But here they could just cruise around. You taught them how to make a fire, got them involved in chopping some wood.
Obviously they enjoy the chopping again, yes they do.
Carl is organising the fire for us, the fireplace, shall I say. It's not yet a fire, it'll be fire soon. Going, Bordeaux. Not bad, buddy. What's up, Bordeaux?
Go.
Hey!
Go.
Let's go like this.
Here we go. Well done.
Good job, Everest.
go.
Well done.
We are still doing the campfire things, but obviously we're not working out very quickly. We're taking turns for chopping the wood.
Okay, so that's enough.
Guys, people don't understand Afrikaans.
You'll pick me everything.
Everest, what are you doing? That's lovely. Everest, what was your favourite thing today? Joe, what's your favourite thing? What you did today? What's our dad's favourite thing of today?
Today,
Yeah.
must have been going on the boat.
What's our mom's favourite thing of today?
I really enjoyed being on the boat and finding the crocodile.
And we had to go making a fire without using any firelighters. So that was good.
So you got some dry leaves, got kids involved, gathering some dry sticks from around because there's a lot of that around, obviously. And yeah, the fire going, and then we made some pap and sausages. Well, so what would pap be in English here? You'd probably explain it as a polenta,
Yeah.
version of polenta. And we made it on our nice black wiki. So it was just beautiful. Then yeah, pap and borscht, really.
I get that.
Good job. And another absolutely gorgeous day. What a privilege to be alive, to seize the day, to spend the time with our kids and just to be together and appreciate all that we've been given every day.
So we'll be heading further north today. Even though we're on our way east, the road from here is going north. Unfortunately, we have to skip the bungles. We really wanted to do that, but we can't do it in our vehicle.
Because we're literally, where this place is, Spring Creek, we're at the base of where you start your tour for the bungles. But because we don't have a four-wheel drive, we only have a two-wheel drive.
Yeah, so we can't do it ourselves, and they don't have any tours running at the moment due to COVID. So next time.
Next time. This is the COVID lap. Maybe there will be a non-COVID or a post-COVID lap. Heading north, heading for Lake Argyle, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you then.
Yeah. Hi, we're the De Blanches, unconventional family of 6, currently traveling around Australia for the next 4 months.
We're Carl, 44, Chamonix, 41, Monaco, 7, Bordeaux, 5, Everest, 3, and our only little girl, Capri, who is 1. We hope you'll keep with us as we bring you 100 sunsets in approximately 100 days while we travel around Australia. Welcome to our adventure.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we